Welcome to the Fiorina Beauty Podcast, hosted by Patti Stefani. Be prepared to hear stories of triumph, challenge, and overcoming. Along the way, you'll learn a few things too. But most importantly, you'll learn one thing. Say Bella, which means you are beautiful. Welcome to the Fiorina Beauty Podcast.
Well, welcome to the Fiorina Beauty Podcast. I'm Patti Stefani, co-founder of Fiorina Beauty, and we have beautiful Hershini today to share. So welcome, Hershini, and thank you for taking the time to come on and chat with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Patti. I'm excited to be here.
Well, we are excited to have you. So we wanted to kind of go down memory lane a little bit, if you can, kind of bring your brain back there. If you could just kind of share, before you started taking Fiorina Beauty products, kind of, what did you notice back then? Just as far as where you were at, were you trying to have energy or what was it? I know it's hard, so apologize.
Yeah, I know.
To go back.
It's hard to remember all the things that were kind of challenging and concerns. But now when I think back, some of it was the fatigue. Okay. And then managing my blood sugars and even just my quality of sleep and my energy levels and then my moods. Yeah. Just kind of even brain fog, like from both the physical and mental state and a quality of sleep. There were a lot of things going on there that I needed to address.
Right. So talk to me a little bit, if you can remember, and sorry, we kind of sprung this on you.
No, that's all right. These are good things to think about.
Yeah, thank you. So if you can remember back, so talk to me a little bit about the energy, and you said sleeping and then blood sugar. So talk to me a little bit about all of those things, if you don't mind. Maybe we can jump with the blood sugar. So that was a little bit of a challenge.
Oh, yeah. I definitely think, before I started on the product, it was, very hard challenge keeping my blood sugars under control. I felt like I was more bloated, more fatigued. Getting through the day was a struggle, even multitasking. And then, the medicines I'm on, they help keep me in those blood sugar ranges, but they also have their side effects. Like they can strip you of your energy level. It can cause you to have low blood sugar. Oh. The blood sugar medications
really
they prescribe. So sometimes if I forgot to have a good amount of protein in the morning, then I could feel a little dizzy or really? I guess low blood sugar symptoms. So, that was one of some of the concerns. As far as sleep, it is so important. I think we talk about exercise, which is so important too, but good quality sleep for 7 hours a night, especially as ladies who are, 50 plus, postmenopausal. Right. That's all very important.
Yeah, absolutely. So the medication to balance the blood sugar makes you tired?
Yeah, I think some people have told me, and I'm not sure, I'm not a medical expert, but they've had to supplement with B12 shots.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, every medicine, and each person has a different experience.
Right.
So what I experience may be different than others, and then depending on what other medications you're on as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's the hard part, because we're certainly not telling anyone to not take their medication, stay on your medication. But the problem is, you're right, there are side effects. And, it's like you're trying to fix this, and then something else, right, is a side effect. And that's not good.
It's almost like you're kind of putting bandages over things without getting to the root cause. Right. And I know diet and exercise plays a critical role, but after menopause, our estrogen levels, probably get depleted. So that makes it harder to balance that insulin sensitivity and blood sugar as well.
Right. Well, there's a lot to all that. You're absolutely right. And, you mentioned too about the mental fog. So you're trying to be on the medication to help the blood sugar, but you're experiencing this mental, not clarity, like a fog kind of thing, right? Would you say?
Yeah, I don't know if it's related to my energy levels too. And then even if you're sleeping that 7 hours, if you're not getting deep rest, quality sleep, that can also affect your brain fog or your mental clarity. So I think we have to look at our health and mental health, physical health holistically, that everything interacts, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all synergistically blended together, right?
Yes.
And that was, that was the goal behind what we did, and that is what the products do. So before you started taking it, you also said the hormones. Of course, oh my gosh, it's such a loaded thing, right? What were you experiencing? Do you remember?
Well, I had a procedure, so all my reproductive, system was changed. So where would some women go through natural menopause, mine was surgical. So in that situation too, you can have sometimes memory challenges, more what they call hot flashes, mood irregulation. Fortunately, I was okay. And there too, right after my surgical procedure, I was told to try black cohosh.
Yes.
And that actually helped me. And I was lucky. I only had symptoms for about 6 months, but it did help me. Yeah. And that's why I was very open and receptive to trying your product, because the ashwagandha is supposed to be also very good after age 50 for that mood regulation and clarity, as well as, to help with our biotin. Collagen in the body starts to strip away as we age. So what I will do is mix in your product with water some days, but I've even put it in my collagen smoothies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You can do that. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And it tasted fine, and it's a quick way to get both in together, and then I'll carry it in my little jug in my car.
Right.
So I'm sipping on it on my way to my clients or to office. So it's a really good on the go product as well.
Yes, right. So just kind of wrapping up, what kind of where you were before you started taking the products. So you needed a little bit of help with energy. You needed a little bit of help with hormones and focus. And did you say you weren't really working out because you didn't have the energy, or?
Well, that's the other thing. I'm so glad you brought it up, because I was so busy starting my business and running around meeting clients and going for training. I had some out-of-town events, and so between that and my part-time job that I work in the evening sometimes, I was just tired. But now I'm finding myself going to the gym.
Oh, I can't wait to jump into
it's
all
like,
of that.
It was always one of those things I wanted to make it a priority. But this week, I'm happy to say I've gone like 3-4 times to the gym.
Yeah. Well, and we're going to jump more into what you've noticed, being on the product. And I can't wait to dive into all of that. But just kind of to wrap up, so basically, it affected a lot of things, right? Yeah. And I know too, you were trying to lose weight and you were trying to be healthy, but you were just too tired.
Yes, and I have that Hashimoto's. It's an autoimmune thyroid condition. Okay. So I'm still taking my Synthroid, but like you recommended, I take the powdered drink about an hour, or even sometimes a little more than an hour after breakfast. Yeah. And it's just a nice pick-me-up. Yeah. And then I found, like I said, I'm just more disciplined, I have more structure, and I'm managing my time better and getting to the gym even with my hectic schedule. It's almost like it's just changed my quality of life.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to jump into that part of it. And so we just kind of wanted, just for you to briefly share, where you were at. So you have the Hashimoto's, and the energy was low, and the brain fog, and the just not having the energy to work out or motivated. And now, what about did you suffer with cravings and crashes and that type of thing as well? Before you started taking our products?
Yes. I don't know if Yeah, maybe some crashes too. I mean, I still have my cravings and I'm a bit of a grazer, but I think because I'm more active and I'm exercising and I have more structure to my day and I'm just managing everything more efficiently, I think I'm getting better at that part too.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, focus is amazing. And so, well, I really want to jump into, so I think let's just kind of, we wanted to outline, where you were. And so we've kind of touched on, you didn't have the energy, you didn't really have the focus. Because you didn't have the energy and because the hormones were off, it was a rippling effect for you. And so thank you for kind of sharing, just before you started taking Beauty Balance.
Yes.
And we appreciate you sharing all of that. And so, for those ladies, you may be able to relate, of not having the energy that you want and, not really working out, even though you want to work out because you don't have the energy and some of the things that you mentioned. And so we just kind of want to end it here and thank you. But stay tuned because we're going to jump into where she is today, which is about 60 days into taking the products. So with that, we just want to kind of say thanks for sharing your before, if you will, before taking our products. And so thanks, Hershini, for sharing.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of the Fiorina Beauty Podcast. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to enhance your wellness journey. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends and family. Your feedback means the world to us. Make sure to subscribe to the Fiorina Beauty Podcast on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. We release new content every week packed with tips, stories, and interviews to empower you on your path to beauty and well-being. Remember, your support helps us grow and reach more listeners like you who are passionate about living a balanced and radiant life. Together, let's continue this journey of beauty and empowerment. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and until then, say Bella. Thank you again for listening.